Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stanovic along with Carol Masser. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. We are joined by a Bloomberg News equities reporter, Alexandra Semenova. Alex, what is on your radar?
Always great to join you guys. A little bit of a sign of reassurance today for investors who just last week were worried about regional banks and what they were telling us about their credit health. Zions today reported that its profit actually topped analyst estimates despite a $50 million loss from an alleged fraud to a commercial real estate investor group in Southern California. Their earnings were pretty solid. They reported $222 million worth of net income today, just beating forecasts Monday rather, also charging off $56 million of bad loans for that alleged fraud. Last week, Zions had reported a credit loss of $50 million out of $60 million caused by that commercial real estate portfolio. And that kind of triggered some concern about credit given the other recent loan blowups from companies like Tricolor Holdings and First Brand Groups, but it appears so far that this is really contained. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon even today said that those were isolated incidents. So those earnings kind of a testament of that.
And we're going to hear from Western Alliance after the close today, which was the other bank along with Zions that folks were worried about last week for similar reasons. Let's take Airbnb. What's going on there?
Yeah, that's an interesting one because at a time when it seems like everyone is signing deals with OpenAI, Airbnb actually said not quite yet. We're actually not ready to partner up at this point. Its CEO, Brian Chesky, said that he didn't integrate his company's online travel app with OpenAI's ChatGPT because its connective tools, quote, aren't quite ready yet. Airbnb will monitor the development of ChatGPT's integration and may consider a tie-up in the future.
Is this a diss? Is this like a first AI diss?
Listen, I have been experimenting with certain LLMs.
Yeah.
I asked one a question today, and there's a little note at the bottom that says, make sure you verify everything. And I asked it a simple question, and then I double-checked with a different source, and it wasn't the right answer. And I said, actually, I think it's this. And the LLM is like, you're right, it is that.
Oh, gosh.
So the tech is not perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
By any means.
Yeah.
I guess
Gotta
a good
be careful
move
still
by Brian Chesky to be a little bit skeptical here. And the interesting thing is he's actually good friends with OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and said that they'll kind of be working together. I know he consulted him on some of the development of that third-party feature. So perhaps in the future there will be a deal, but it's not ready to.
Maybe Chesky got a text. It's like, from Altman, hey, no drinks tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not having drinks tonight.
Remember the conference?
Just kidding.
The conference a couple weeks ago, where they were announcing all the different partnerships. TripAdvisor was one of them, for example.
That's right.
And every time a company was mentioned, the company's share price would shoot higher as a result.
It's interesting to see kind of maybe a little bit of a
This was at the
critical
OpenAI
eye.
developers
You're right.
conference.
Like all those stocks that shot up based on their being mentioned. So maybe a critical eye is not a bad idea.
Got to point out, though, that Airbnb is up 1.4% right now, outperforming the broader market, even as it didn't.
Just because of this story?
I guess perhaps the mention of it.
Yeah.
Just doing well together.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, take us to another earnings story.
Adidas. So it lifted its earnings forecast for the year amid strong demand for its retro sneakers. You guys have probably seen them. The Adidas Gazelles, I know they're so popular. Everyone's trying to get their hands on them. It also took some efforts to mitigate the impact of tariffs. The German sportswear company now expects to generate an operating profit of about 2 billion euros, according to a statement with preliminary results. That's about $2.3 billion. That is up from the previous forecast of 1.7 to 1.8 billion euros. And its currency neutral sales will grow by about 9%. It's had a really good 2 years. Its CEO said that it's trying to keep up that momentum, specifically with the popularity of those retro sneakers.
Haven't the Gazelles been around forever, and haven't they always been cool?
Everything is making a comeback now.
I never knew they were gone. I
think they were out for a while.
They were?
You were ahead of the game, Tim.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.